So is a teardrop trailer for you? That's what we're gonna answer today. So for many people in the community, this is what they want. They come for a camping experience, but either their back just cannot take sleeping on the floor anymore or sleeping on the ground, or like us, there's just something about having a bed out here that is as comfortable as home. After you're playing in the woods and hanging out near the fire, you just get to go and relax. So people don't always have the space for a larger travel trailer. Some people have really small garages like us. That's where a teardrop comes in for many of us in the community. Small enough to easily fit next to our houses, in our garage. So small it is pretty inconspicuous to any of the neighbors in the neighborhood. Look at this! 3 WRXs racing, ruining my shot. I think one of the coolest reasons people get into this teardrop community is for teardrops like this. This is a home-built teardrop. Folks are entering this community so they can use their own hands to build their own trailer. It allows them to make it just the way they want it, allows them to keep the costs down, and then it's pretty cool to drive around with something that you can say you built from the frame up. So you see this water back there? We have no idea how deep it is. You don't know what's under there. If I had an RV or a travel trailer, there's no way I'm gonna go through that. And that's why many people own teardrops. It's that overland community, the off-road community. They are using these small camper trailers to get into places that nobody else can go. Going down roads like this, you can get a little nervous, you know, pulling that teardrop behind you because you don't know if you're going to get stuck. But the beauty of the teardrop is you can always turn it around. So getting your first RV or fifth wheel can be a bit intimidating. And so that's why many folks look at a road like this and think, is it really worth it? Am I going to get this new RV and get it stuck where I can't turn it around? And so what they do, maybe they want a larger RV, but they go in and start with a smaller teardrop because they know if they get in a hairy situation down there, it's as easy as just unhooking the teardrop, turning it around by hand, and then hooking it back up to the tow vehicle and taking off. So many people stick with these, but many people are just using these as a little baby step to get up to their next larger trailer and get some more confidence. We might as well go check and see what's back there, huh? So I am really excited to announce today, right now, you can pick up your shirts for the small camper trailer community. For those of you who are teardroppers, we got this hoodie, same with t-shirts and other colors for this design. But if you're not a teardrop owner, we have shirts that really speak, I think, to all of us in general. 2 of my favorite slogans, big is all around us, small is where we sleep, or stay small, go further. I just saw a silver down there. I almost want to show you the little bump in the water, but I gotta keep filming. Why we originally did this is we were hoping to use some of these funds to get a new camera system. I don't know if you guys know, but this camera cannot autofocus on me, and it really is a pain. But in the end, we ended up not going with a new system, and we got a new mic. Test, 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 test. Bought a wide angle lens so you guys can actually see inside these small camper trailers with us. We've never been able to do that. But you know, don't feel you have to support us. As you know, we have jobs that supports us well, but we thought it'd be fun for the community to try something new. So we have the Jeep today, which is a little different. Most of you know for the last couple of years, we've used a Toyota Matrix to haul our teardrop trailer. And many people in the community love their teardrops because it allows them to not have to upgrade their vehicle. And not just upgrade, it means you can use the same vehicle as your daily driver to be your tow vehicle for your trailer. Then you get to locations like this and you can take your small little 4-cylinder car wherever you want. Very small impact on gas mileage. I made these guys do a river crossing. They weren't very happy with me.
Not happy. Fun.
But it's gonna get us to some good fishing. So we got pretty blessed with this little guy. He loves the outdoors, but you guys all know we have no control how these little ones come out of the womb, what their temperament is going to be. So we've met quite a few people that have went into the Teardrop lifestyle because it forces their kids outdoors. There is no excuse if you have that kid who loves his video games and tablets and music. So with the travel trailer, like a fifth wheel or an RV, kids can run and hide in the larger space. With a Teardrop trailer, this guy has nowhere to run but outdoors. He's kind of captive out here. East, what are you doing?
Building a bridge.
So many people come to the community of Teardrops for the community. You know, you can go out and get yourself a regular trailer like a Jayco. You hear those guys hollering on the river? I love it. But you know, if you get down into these smaller campers like vintage trailers and Teardrops, people just seem to be a bit more fanatical about them. And that creates little pockets. You have Teardrop rallies and Teardrop meetups and Teardrop groups online. You know, take runaway campers, for example. If you guys aren't following Charles Moman's channel, really neat channel, he is a runaway enthusiast. He's going to rallies, he's helping out people all the time. They're all almost trying to one-up each other on who can modify the interior of the trailer best. There is a warm, gentle, embracing community ready to accept you once you join this small little camper club. Was that fun, East?
Yep.
So there are members to this community that really surprised me at first, but not anymore as I've seen so many. And those are the ones that have gone full circle. So these are the folks that started off backpacking, camping, upgraded into a larger camper, like a, you know, a vintage trailer, a Teardrop, moved into like a truck camper, fifth wheel, RV, and now they're coming back around. Now these people will tell you they love their larger RVs, they love the comfort it brought, there was a time in their life where that was right, but now they're looking for more simplicity, they're looking for less maintenance, and something that is just overall a bit more simple. So why is Drew carrying around a 1500 watt Blue Eddy generator? We all know these things are great. They've been tested by everyone. They have redundant systems in it to protect itself from me and you. That's not why I'm bringing this around. I'm going to be carrying this around at least for the next month to see, does a large solar portable generator actually belong in a small camper like yours or mine? Is it worth carrying one of these around? Is it comfortable? Does it make sense? What does it do to our lifestyle? But this prop I'm holding right now is to just say, many people get into this lifestyle because they're looking for a bug out trailer. They're looking to be that guy with the 1500 watt solar portable generator in their Teardrop, their gas generator, all their food, their kitchen on wheels, because when that Alaskan earthquake hits again and we're all running for the hills, that guy is just going to jump into his little Teardrop trailer and take off at a moment's notice. There's another segment of the community that gets into Teardrop trailers because they feel it is a greener option than larger RVs and travel trailers. And many people even argue that it's greener or more environmentally friendly than tent camping. And why that is, if you look at my favorite boondocking site here, if you were to pull in on this well-established trail or road and you had a Teardrop that had the kitchen and everything built in and it was self-sufficient, you're only using this well-traveled path and not going all around. Now, I'll show you some B-roll here, but this whole entire grass area here is filled with fire pits. All the vegetation is laid down because tents lay on it. This gets a lot more impact from people than if you were to go in and out of a well-traveled road. So here's that well-worn trail I was talking about. If Teardrops stay on here, this is the only place they're going. But when the campers show up, not that it's a bad thing, but they come over here, they make their fire pits, and what ends up happening is over time, this nice area will become that well-worn road because more and more people move into it. And then what happens is people are looking for grass. So as this extends into gravel and dirt, people will move more this way, and then that footprint keeps pushing out into the woods. Wow, there goes a plane. And that's what a wide-angled lens looks like. Is that wide enough for you guys? So we're gonna do the wide angle just to say I am starving. I missed dinner. One of the greatest things about the Teardrop is people want an easy meal setup. They don't want their typical car camping or even our Teardrop where you have to pull out the tables and the grills and everything. Some people just want that kitchen right there and ready to go. So we all love this time of night, this sort of location with the beauty it brings. That's why we're campers. But you might be here for this video because you are a car camper and you're ready to move up into something else. But the fifth wheel and the RV, it's just a bit of a stretch for you. And that's where a Teardrop brings a lot of people in. You now have that comfortable bed and you now have everything in one place. So you're not mix and matching, moving things all around like you do in car camping. And another thing we all tend to want over time is just a little more protection. So this time of night, I start thinking bears. You know, sometimes I'm thinking inclement weather, and having a Teardrop is affordable, or the most affordable way to get some sort of hard side protection. Fall is in the air, folks. Fall is in the air. In the community, I think there's many folks like my wife, May. She was drawn to this Teardrop just because of the looks alone. The clean lines, the vintage feel, the kind of Instagram-worthy photo. She likes to put this thing in front of a backdrop like this, just so she can share the beauty of it with the world. So a lot of people get into these Teardrops because they are really low maintenance. I mean, look at this little one. If you go with a basic Teardrop like this, it is a dry camper. So there's no gray water, there's no plumbing. Basically, your only maintenance is every spring, maintaining those bearings by packing them, you know, keeping it clean, maintaining it like any other piece of gear you would like a bike. So when you get into a Teardrop, it's pretty low in price, and it doesn't take a lot on the pocketbook throughout your Teardrop travels because, again, the maintenance is very low. If you enjoyed this video, check out this playlist on Teardrop trailers, tips and tricks. We have other playlists also dedicated to Teardrop trailers that will help you pick the best trailer and the best gear to help you have fun out there.